So in this subtask of the Hangman project, we are going to be focusing on how we can print out blanks instead of the letters in the secret word. That is, for every letter in the secret word, we need to print out a blank. So we're going to be looking at how we can implement that. So here we have, for example, if we have practice over here, we need to print out the number of blanks like this. There should be a space in between the blanks. So coming to the code, first we have our choose word function, which we saw in the previous subtask. Now in our word display function, we're going to take the secret word and the word which you're going to display out as an input. So basically, word is the secret word and display word is just a variable which you're going to use to print out. So here we have our word display function, and in the word display function, first we're going to initialize the length of the word as strlen word. So strlen over here is going to return the length of the word or whatever string is present in the brackets. In this case, it will be word, so we'll get the length of the word. After which we have a for loop to iterate through every single letter present in that word. So in the first line, at the position of I into 2, we are going to be printing out a blank space. Now the reason why we are printing at I into 2 and not at I is because we want to make sure there is space between our blanks. Because if we continuously give a blank, it will be like a big dash. But instead we need to make sure each letter will have a blank. That's why we need to give space between the blanks. So we have given I into 2 so that every other space will be a blank space. So first we're going to print out a blank space for the first iteration, and after printing out the blank space, here we are given I into 2 plus 1. So what this does is, after printing out an underscore at I into 2, we are going to put an empty space at I into 2 plus 1, that is right after I into 2. But at I into 2 we have underscore, so right after underscore we are going to print out an empty space. Similarly, we are going to iterate through the entire word, that is each letter in the word, and we are going to print an underscore at every single letter, along with a space in between those underscores. And after all of that, since we have printed both the underscore and space, the length will be twice the original length. So at the end of twice of original length, we're going to put \0 to terminate the string. Into the main function, we're going to seed our random generator, and we're going to call the choose word function and print out the word selected for the round. After which we'll have a variable called display word, which we are going to use to print out the secret word only in blanks, and we're going to call the word display function. After which we're just going to display out the display word. Let's just run this code once. So you can see we printed out the blanks along with the spaces. Let's just submit this code once. So we passed the test case. Let's move on to the next subtask.